Hello Northwest Ballet Center family, welcome back. We are on day 14 of our daily dance posts. Today marks week 2, or finishing off our second week of daily dance posts. So from here on out, the videos frequency might change just a little bit and the types of videos you'll get will change as well. But we still have some things planned for you guys. For today is our last official daily dance post video where I'm going to show another choreography technique. So this is one I like to use a lot, where I take improvisation, so improv, and I find bits and pieces that I like and I will put it to music or put it in a different certain sequence to create a dance or some combo. Today we're going to focus on just the improv portion. With improv, improvisation, it's really whatever just you want to do and whatever comes out of your own body. There's no right or wrong. It's just kind of in the moment what your body is wanting to do and how your body is wanting to move. Some people will use music to inspire them. Some people will use different shapes and colors, pictures. You can really use anything to give you inspiration in your improv, but at the same time, you can kind of just start moving your body and allowing whatever happens to happen. I'm going to give some tips and tricks of how I do improv. I know improv can be a very uncomfortable thing if you're new to it. I still have a hard time getting into it sometimes. It just kind of depends. So there's a lot of different styles of improv out there. So like I said earlier, you can use music or a color, a shape to create a focus point. And these are things, focus points, that give you inspiration to move a certain way. So the first style that I like to use in a lot of my classes, especially my contemporary and sometimes my jazz, is I'll use different shapes and angles and consistencies and fluidities of movement. We're going to do all circular shapes, right? Anything that represents a circle or a rounded shape. And you'll use any part of your body to kind of create this rounded circular shape, and anything that's related. So it could be spirals, actual circles, rounded shapes, letting your body just do whatever it needs to do to figure out what that focus point means to you. Another example I will use is lines and angular shapes. So straight, sharp edges. So we got rid of our circles and rounded shapes and keeping everything sharp, creating angles with my body, finding the bends in my limbs of how I can create more specific lines, break those lines, create new lines. Another technique I'll do is the difference between fast and slow. So sometimes I'll let your body do whatever it wants to do, but you'll have to make that movement nice and slow. Figuring out what your body is going to do when you decide to be slow. And you can choose to be at a slow pace where the movement is still very noticeable, or you can choose to be so slow that it's almost as if you're not moving. The opposite would be fast, right? How fast can you improv? In the space that is given. All right, what does fast mean to you? Does fast make your movement bigger or smaller? So improv is kind of looking at opposites and piecing them together, pulling them apart, making different things happen. So that is one technique. You can kind of just take these different contrasting words, these opposite words, and figure out what that looks like in your body. From there, once I start moving around and figuring out, ooh, I like the way this feels, or if you have a mirror, I like the way this looks. You can pull pieces and moves out of there and put them together to make a dance for yourself. Another style, like I mentioned before, is using a picture reference or a color reference. So let's say I have a Mickey Mouse picture, right? Then I would imagine what would make me think of Mickey Mouse, yes. Or you have the color yellow. What makes you think of the color yellow in your dance movements? It's really all up to your own interpretation, which is why there's no right or wrong in improv. It's whatever you want to make it. So this is a great technique, especially if you have little ones. And this works out through all ages, even through adult. Sometimes I would say even for adults, it's a little bit harder sometimes to think outside the box and figure out what you want your improv to look like. The last style that I mentioned, and that we'll focus on this video, is using music. Music can create qualities and focus points, multiple actually, within one song. If you can listen to the lyrics themselves, what are the lyrics saying, how is that making you want to move, or the music, it could be the tempo, the style, it could be the different instruments that are being used. There's so many different focus points within one piece of music. So I'm gonna choose a random song and we'll try it out. So those are just some quick and simple improv techniques and styles that you can try to improve your improv. There's a lot more out there, but that's just a little sneak peek of the improv world for you guys. I hope you have a great day. Stay tuned on our Facebook for more information about what's going to happen with our daily posts. Hope you have a great day and see you later. Bye!